Hello YouTube, this is Adeep. Hope you're all doing great and welcome back to another exciting video. So today's vlog is about the Jawa 42 second generation. The first gen Jawa has been updated with a few cosmetic changes and this second generation is called as Jawa 42 2.1. It retails at an ex-showroom price of Rs 1.93 lakhs and it is available in 3 colors, red, black and grey. The red one looks like this and it gets dual channel ABS as standard. Now the 42 2.1 is the sportiest model available in the Jawa lineup. It looks retro modern with the alloy wheels and some blacked out parts. And also it gets tubeless tires now. Although there are no changes in the engine segment, Jawa offers 2 years or 24,000 kilometers of warranty as standard, and you can also opt for roadside assistance, which includes 24/7 365 days assistance for roadside repair, complimentary fuel assistance up to 2 liters, safe towing, lost key services, crane services, taxi benefit and medical coordination. Jawa will also be offering saddlebags as an optional accessory. The switches have been redesigned and it gets twin trip meters as an update. The chassis is a double cradle one and the body type is cruiser-like. The Jawa 42 2.1 weighs around 172 kgs and the wheelbase happens to be 1.36 meters and the height of the seat from the ground is 765 millimeters. So up front you get to see the retro style round halogen headlamp unit. And the turn indicators are also halogen and are round in shape, and right below the headlight is the number plate holder, and in the front you get blackened telescopic hydraulic forks as the front suspension. It gets an 18-inch alloy wheel and the tire size happens to be 90 by 90 18, and the front disc brake is 280 millimeters and it gets 2 piston calipers. There is a reflector placed right there on the side of the radiator. Yes, it gets liquid cooling. And coming to the engine, it is a single cylinder 300cc 4-stroke dual overhead cam BS6 engine which produces a peak power of 27 bhp and a maximum torque of 27 Nm, and it is paired to a 6-speed transmission. 42 written right there. This is the grab rail for the rear passenger, and at the rear you get a 120 by 80 17-inch tire. And the rear disc brake also happens to be 280 millimeters and it gets dual channel ABS as standard. These are the rear turn indicators. It gets an LED tail lamp and it gets these grey stripe running from the tank to the rear, Jawa written right there. And down here you get a number plate holder along with the number plate light, and it gets dual exhaust. And at the rear it gets gas canister twin shock hydraulic suspension. And these are the pillion footrests, and this is for the rider's footrest and the gear lever, and it gets a 6-speed manual transmission. And the Jawa 42 gets a 14-liter fuel tank, and this is the fuel filling cap of the vehicle which is finished in chrome. Jawa written right there. Handlebar is finished in black. And you get bar and mirrors on either sides, and on the left side of the handlebar you get the power switch, high or low beam, turn indicator switch and the horn switch, and on the right side of the handlebar you get the engine kill switch and the self start button, and this is for the twin trip meters. And coming to the speedometer, it is an analog unit and it shows speed in kilometers per hour, and it gets a small display at the top which shows odometer and twin trip meters, and you also get to see some telltale lights in the middle. And now let's check out how the other colors look. This here is the matte black. And the white color looks like this. And here is the exhaust note of the vehicle. So the initial impressions are the Jawa 42 2.1 has good initial grunt and there is no difficulty pulling it from standstill and feels very nimble in traffic too. The mid-range is where this engine really shines. It is very rev happy, and because of this very reason the top end doesn't appeal much. Of course the top end is quite okay, but it is masked off because of the mid-range. In the earlier version of the Jawa 42, there were quite some vibrations in the top end of the rev range, but now they have been well addressed, not completely gone but definitely has improvement over the past. The engine is also well refined and the exhaust is also a lot smoother. There is a slight increase in power and 1 kg reduction of weight on the paper compared to the previous model, but the difference is not much noticeable in reality. The clutch is slightly towards the heavier side. The gearbox is very smooth and has that accurate gear slotting feeling, and as you already know, it gets a 6-speed gearbox while its competition gets only 5. So the added gear helps in keeping the revs low at highway cruising speeds, which results in a slightly better fuel efficiency and a much more silent and refined ride. The handle of this motorcycle feels quite sporty. It is wide and easy to take leverage in terms of taking a turn, and also because of the stiffer suspension you have good feedback, good composure around corners compared to its competition. But also because of the stiffer suspension it absorbs the bumps initially, but after that it just passes it on to the bike. It feels very bouncy on bad roads and speed breakers. The seating gets extra cushioning and feels quite comfortable, which helps in sitting for longer durations, and the foot pegs are also placed well and has definitely improved than before. And the bike feels very confident even while driving aggressively. Now talking about the brakes, it gets disc brakes both at the front and rear, and also gets dual channel ABS as standard. The braking feels very powerful and stops the vehicle sure-footedly. It gives a very good feedback and offers good bite. The weight is also not much compared to its competition. It's about 172 kgs, so maneuvering and taking a U-turn is not an issue, and coming to mileage, it gives you around 30 km per liter. It could be better or worse depending on the driving conditions. The heat from the engine is also not much felt. So guys, this is my review on the Jawa 42 2.1. Hope you guys like this video, and do not forget to like, share and subscribe. Bye bye. So this bike comes courtesy of Andhra Motors, the authorized dealer of Jawa located here in Vizag. You can find the full address in the description box below, and as soon as you enter the showroom, on the right is the all new Brave and Bold Jawa, and on the left are the Jawa 42 2.1, the Classic and the 42. And at the back there are some accessories and merchandise from Jawa which you can get by paying a premium, and you also get to see some sketches of the Jawa. So you can contact Mr. Sandeep for the best offers available. You can see his phone number in the bottom corner of the screen and also in the description box below. Now these here are the color palettes for the Jawa 42 edition.